Welcome. Today, number 7 on the series, and let's talk water. No, I'm not giving you a definition this time because we all know what water is. But this video rather focuses on what is the current status or the current stage of water in this planet right now. And as we all know, 70% of an earth is made up of water. And that in itself explains why water is an essential commodity. Because water gives life to both plants and animals. Water constitutes 90% of a plant cell. And as far as humans are concerned, 70% of a human body comprises water. Now that we have water everywhere in the picture, both land, body, plants, it is within our surroundings. So why is this essential to our life? Well, it's simply because one cannot survive without water. A human body can only make it up to 7 days without water. And now it has become a survival factor. So why worry about that? Though this is a survival factor, we have water around us, don't we? 70% of the earth is made up of water. But here is where the problem arises. Of this 70%, 93% of this is salt water. Which means we cannot make any use of this. Which is where we will have to think beyond this source of oceans or the source of seas, and that is where we have two different resources of water, one being the surface water and the second one being groundwater. I can give you a fair idea of that. And what surface water? Surface water is nothing but the rivers, the ponds, the lakes, the glaciers, anything that you see on the surface, any source of water that you see on the surface. It can be both man-made or natural. In groundwater, we all know what groundwater is. It is nothing but the water trapped within the rocks, within the soil, nothing but water in the earth. We use wells to dig up groundwater, don't we? As being humans, we have to conserve both these two sources of water. Because with globalization going at this pace, water has become an essential commodity. It was always an essential commodity, and industrialization also requires waters. The large scale of water being transferred to industries is where we, as domestic users of water, struggle. And how do we put in our part to conserve both groundwater and surface water? Well, apart from a humanities perspective, science and innovation is doing its part. Science and innovation has come up with a lot of research, lot of ideas, and a lot of inventions to tackle these, and a lot of them being reverse osmosis, desalination. Desalination is a factor in which you can convert seawater into fresh water. Reverse osmosis is where you reduce the concentration of water and make it dilute. So innovation is also playing its part. Science is playing its part in making water available. But how do we, as humans, as regular users of water, contribute to this or make water available for the future generations? That is where we need to think, that is where we need to act. The simple solution here is, guys, simply conserve water. Simply do not waste water. And by do not waste, I literally mean do not waste. Because we need to make water ourselves useful, we need to use it only for our use. Talk about domestic cases, we use it for washing, we use it to take bath, we use it for drinking. These are the only three purposes where a human requires water. As far as his livelihood is concerned, washing, bathing, and drinking. So let's use this water only for these three purposes. Let's not think beyond that. And this is how we conserve water, by saving each and every drop. Right to the basics. Let's get back to the basics. Right from the schooling, where they have taught us how to teach water. Not waste it, do not turn on the tap unless necessary. Use as less showers as possible. So these are all each minute factor that is contributing to this. Because, mind you, right now we're taking water for granted because water is the cheapest amenity available out there. But as a matter of fact, if water is being depleted at this pace, water can go expensive any moment from now. And if water gets expensive, that is where we as humans will start repenting on this, that we have wasted a lot of water back then. Back in those days where water was a cheaply available resource. Because the industrial process that goes behind this requires a lot of innovations, a lot of research behind this, and the infrastructure required to purify water is also expensive. So as the process gets expensive, so does the product. The product becomes expensive as well. So let's make sure we don't make this an expensive commodity in the future and conserve it and give it to the future generations so that all of us can sustain happily and live together. Having said this, let's conserve water. Let's make this world a better place to live in. Thank you.